Welcome all to the Complete Software Testing Mastery Program. So, this is your ISTQB exam strategy masterclass. This isn't just about theory, it's about cracking the actual exam. We'll cover three things that make or break your score: time management, pattern recognition, and tricky questions. So, you will learn how to spot traps, decode distractors, and manage your time like a pro. Let's make sure you don't just pass, you dominate the exam. So, in the next few minutes, you will master the real ISTQB exam game. You will learn the structure, the scoring, and the time traps. You will decode tricky questions, spot distractors, and handle multi-correct formats. You will link course concept to exam scenarios using memory hooks and visual recall. And you will apply it all through mock drills, stress strategies, and interview ready confidence. So, this isn't just exam preparation, this is a strategic mastery. So here's what the ISTQB exam looks like. You will face 40 multiple choice question. You will get 60 minutes and you will need at least 65%. That's 26 correct answer to pass. But not all topics are equal. Test analysis and design carries the most weight. That is 35%. Then testing activity and managing test activities. That is 20% each. Foundation of testing. That is 15%. And test tools 10%. So this weightage tells you where to focus. Smart preparation starts here. So the ISTQB exam isn't random. It follows 6 question formats and you will need to recognize them instantly. Definition based, these are straight from the syllabus. Scenario based, test your analysis. Negative phrasing, watch for not and accept. Multi-correct, select all that apply. No partial credit. Trick questions, designed to confuse. And true or false. Simple but sneaky. So spotting the format saves time. It's the first step to answering smart. Now let's talk about time management strategy. So time is your biggest asset or your biggest trap. You get 60 minutes for 40 questions. That's 1.5 minutes per question. So answer easy ones first, build momentum. Mark the tough ones and come back later. Your flow should be first pass 30 minutes, second pass 15 minutes, and final review 15 minutes. So don't get stuck, don't overthink, and manage your time like a senior. Most ISTQB mistakes come from misreading, not misunderstanding. So circle keywords like not, accept, best, most. Watch for double negative. Don't trust your assumptions. And read what actually is asked. Filter out the fluff. Focus only on the relevant data. Ignore extra info that's there to distract you. Example, which is not a test level. So the keyword over here is not. So if you miss this word, you miss the question. So train your eyes. Read like a strategist. So let's talk about tricky words and phrases to watch. So some words in ISTQB question are designed to trip you. Watch for absolutes like all, none, always. They make statements true in every case and that's rarely correct. Then sequence word, first, next, last. Test your process clarity. Priority qualifiers, primary, main, shall, should. This shifts the meaning. So circle this word in mock test. They are not just grammar, they are traps. And once you spot them, you flip the game. So ISTQB questions follow patterns and once you see them, you answer faster. Test levels, unit integration system, test types, functional non-functional regression, static versus dynamic, that is review versus execution. So these concepts repeat across questions. So build visual maps, use flowcharts and draw the connections. Pattern recognition isn't just memory, it's a strategy and it's how top scorers think. Now let's talk about scenario based question. They test how you think, not just what you know. So step 1 for those are read the full scenario. Don't skim. Step 2, extract the context and constraint. Step 3, map it to the right testing principle or type. Step 4, eliminate the impossible options. Step 5, watch for distractors. Answers that sound right but aren't. So this is where your real world thinking kicks in. Answer like a tester and think like a strategist. So this one is important. Negative phrasing is a trap and ISTQB loves using it. Which is not, what does not. So your brain reads it positively and that's a mistake. And here's the fix. Step 1, read the questions without the not. Step 2, cross out the options that match the positive version. Step 3, what's left is your answer. For example, which is not a test level. So test level and not. So regression, because regression is a test type, it's not a test level. So flip the question and find the truth. Now let's talk about multi-correct questions. They look simple, but they are ruthless. You must select all correct options to get credit. No partial marks. So read the instructions very carefully. Don't assume that only two answers are correct. Verify each one. Use systematic elimination. Strike out the wrong ones first. For example, which of the following are valid test design? So select all that apply. Example, ECP, BVA, decision table, state transition, all these are valid test design techniques. And white box is a category, it's not a technique. So precision wins here and guessing doesn't. So these are the five traps that most candidates in their ISTQB certification do. The first is confusing test levels and test types. Another is misreading, negative phrasing like not or accept. Third is overthinking simple definitions. Fourth is skipping the keywords in scenario questions. And the fifth is forgetting the basics like the seven testing principles. So every mistake here is avoidable. And this strategy module makes sure you don't repeat them. So ISTQB doesn't just test memory. It tests how well you connect concepts to questions. So example ECP, BVA, decision table. So these map directly to test design questions. Test planning shows up in monitoring and control. Static testing, think reviews and inspection. Matrix, you'll ask to calculate or interpret them. So don't just study topics, study how they show up in the exam. That's how you turn theory into marks. All right. So now let's talk about ISTQB success. So this isn't luck, it's a habit. So practice daily, just 15-20 minutes. Mix topics, don't repeat the same ones. Test weekly and track your progress. Focus on tricky phrasing, master negative questions, and review every mistake immediately. Mock exams aren't optional, they are your training ground. Build this habit and build this score. So if you want to remember key ISTQB concepts under pressure, use memory hooks, the visual ones. Picture the seven testing principle as a pyramid, from basics at the base to strategy at the top. Map the defect life cycle as a circular flow, new to closed. Split test types like a tablet, functional one on one side and non-functional on other side, and link each design technique to an icon, boundaries, tables, transitions. So the more visual you recall, the faster you answer. So make it a stick and make it visual. So let's talk about stress management during the exam. ISTQB isn't just a test of knowledge, it's a test of nerves. Take deep breaths, reset between questions, focus on one question at a time, not the clock. Skip the tough ones, mark them and return later. And silence the panic with positive self-talk. So on exam day, arrive early, read every questions fully, use elimination and trust your instincts. Calm focus wins, and you have trained for this. So, the final preparation isn't about cramming, it's about precision. Use visual diagrams, mind maps, flowcharts, concept links, flashcards, short, sharp, spaced repetition. Mini quizzes, 10 questions daily, timed and tricky, and definition focus. Revise on ISTQB terms and principle. So this is your scoring zone. Revise smart, recall fast, and walk in ready. So now let's talk about time allocation. So this is your tactical breakdown for the 40 question of ISTQB exam. First pass 30 minutes. Answer the easy ones. That's 65 to 70% of the paper. Don't waste time on tough ones. Second pass is 20 minutes. Return to marked questions. Use elimination and stay sharp. And the final review of 10 minutes. Focus on 5-10 critical questions. Check your answers and submit with confidence. So this isn't guesswork. It's a strategy, minute by minute. So here's how ISTQB tricks you and how you beat it. Question: which of the following is not a test level? So options are unit, integration, system, and regression. So the trap over here is regression sounds legit, but it's a test type, not a level. So test levels are unit, integration, system, and acceptance. Strategy: spot the not. Eliminate what fits and what's left, that's your answer. So this isn't guesswork, it's a concept mastery. Now let's talk about real exam tips. So these tips come straight from senior test takers, the ones who passed with confidence. Read every question twice. It saves more time than you think. Trust your analysis, not your gut. Eliminate wrong options, especially in multi-correct questions. If unsure, guess smart because unanswered questions scored 0. Stay calm, skip tough ones, and return later. Track your time 1 to 1.5 minutes per question. So, this is how seniors win. Now it's your turn. So ISTQB isn't just a certificate, it's a credibility badge. It shows you know the standards, it sharpens your analytical skills, it helps you apply theory to real world testing, and it opens door for agile, advanced, and senior roles. So global recognition and career mobility. So this isn't just exam preparation, it's your launch pad. So let's talk about the most interesting part of the video, that is assignment part for your mastery. These 5 drills build real exam muscle. The assignment 1 is full mock exam. 40 questions, 60 minutes. Mark the tricky ones. Assignment 2 is negative question drill. 10 not traps. Spot the twist. Assignment 3 is scenario mapping. Link 5 real world cases to the right technique. Assignment 4 is flashcard drill. 20 key definition, memorize and explain them. Assignment 5, time bound test. Simulate the real example and track your pace. So this is mastery training, not just practice, it's precision. So this is your ISTQB strategy, distilled and battle ready. Recognize patterns, test level, types, static versus dynamic, decode tricky phrasing, not, accept, all of the above. Manage time, that is 1 to 1.5 minutes per question. Link theory to practice because real world testing matters. Use visual memory, diagram, mind map, and icons. Practice daily. Build confidence, not just knowledge. So, success isn't random, it's earned through strategy, preparation, and belief. So, you don't need more tools, you need structure. You need to understand how everything connects from basics to real systems to decision making. That's exactly what I have built, a complete path from fundamentals to real world applications to advanced testing mindset. So, if you are serious about fixing your foundation and you don't want to stay stuck like most people, stay with me for the next 60 seconds. I'll show you exactly how to fix this. Let's talk about the software testing mastery program. Real projects experience, 1 page cheat sheet after every lecture, and 30 structured videos for comprehensive learning. It gives you a clear roadmap to your software testing journey from foundations to expert. If you want the complete real testing roadmap with real projects breakdown, interview framework, templates, 1 page cheat sheet after every lecture, and structured roadmap of 30 videos, the course is live on Udemy as Software Testing Mastery, ISTQB plus Real World plus AIR skill. The course link is on the screen and in the description as well. So if you are serious about growing your career in testing in a structured and complete way, I'll see you inside the course.